Welcome to another program of Functional English. How do you get out of a tricky linguistic situation? In the early 50s, an American general was addressing a platoon of Korean soldiers, in English of course, and the soldiers didn't know a word of English. So a translator helped the general do his job. The general, at some point of his address, told a joke which took about 5 minutes to complete. The translator, however, took just 5 seconds to translate it into Korean. And the moment he did that, the platoon burst out laughing. You know what he said in Korean to the soldiers? General cracked joke, laugh. So viewers, along with a bit of English, you need a bit of common sense too to successfully communicate with the rest of society.
Well friends, we have just 24 hours to ensure that our college annual day celebration goes smoothly. Do we all have schedule with us?
Yes, we do.
Good. Let's proceed then. The program begins at 5 sharp. One of us will have to leave to pick up our chief guest at 4 p.m. Anyway, our college principal has permitted us to use the college car. Ravi, it's your responsibility to pick up our chief guest. Take the car and remember to leave at 4 p.m. Don't delay.
Don't worry, I will leave on time.
What about flowers?
Priya, tomorrow at 4 p.m. sharp, go to any florist at Secunderabad and pick up a bouquet. Be careful in selecting the bouquet for our chief guest. He loves roses.
That's a good suggestion.
That brings us now to Meenakshi's job, comparing. Can we sit and talk about it?
Sure, why not?
That's a good
Let's
idea.
go.
Are you ready with your script, Meenakshi? We should have rehearsal before we go on the stage.
Yes, I'm ready. When would you like to have the rehearsal?
Let's do it this evening. How about photocopying your script because Ms. Sharma wants to see it?
Mrs. Sharma? You mean our English teacher? I've got to be careful now.
Yes, I think you should be very, very careful. She is quite a terror, isn't she? Doesn't tolerate any kind of errors. Remember the day when I was late to the class by 5 minutes? She said, always be in time to your class.
But you must agree that she is very, very helpful. Now, let's get going. The next thing we have to worry about is stage arrangement. Ravi, you have arranged for the props, haven't you?
Yes, I have. They'll be delivered tomorrow morning
Good. At what time?
at 10 a.m.
Okay. Be here at the auditorium at 9:45 sharp. We will make a list of all that what we have hired. Also, it would be better if we request Sandeep to come here tomorrow, since he is the director of the play that we are going to stage tomorrow. Meenakshi, tell Sandeep to be in the auditorium tomorrow at sharp 9:45. He must have a look at the props and tell the attendants where he is going to place.
What about the welcome address and the vote of thanks? Whose responsibility is that?
I thought it would be a good idea if Prashant can do it. After all, he is the president of the Students' Union.
Okay, I'll welcome the audience. Let's ask Ravi to propose a vote of thanks.
Okay, I don't mind doing this. I think I have to thank everyone who has helped in the program.
Don't do that. Thank the chief guest and the members of the board. That should do.
What about all those students who have worked day and night for this program?
Thank them too. However, you need not mention their names. Just say, I thank all the students who helped make this event grand success.
Prashant, who's going to look after the high tea?
Priya is in charge of it. What have you planned, Priya?
We will serve pineapple pastries, samosas, biscuits and tea. I have asked the canteen manager to have the food and tea ready by 4:30 p.m.
Where will it be served?
Oh God, I forgot to tell him all about it. Perhaps on our college lawns?
Priya, we have less than 24 hours to start our program and you haven't yet decided the venue for the high tea?
I am sorry, but don't worry, I will manage.
Decide right away. Any suggestions?
Why don't we have it on the lawn outside the auditorium? It would be very convenient, isn't it?
Yes, that's a good idea.
That's settled then. We will serve tea on the lawns outside the auditorium. Priya, you make all the necessary arrangements.
Sure, I will make all the arrangements.
Don't forget the tables.
Tables? What for?
What do you mean for what? For the tea and food, of course.
Priya, I suggest you write down everything you have to do.
Yes, I must make a list of all the things that I have to do. Mention the exact venue, visit the venue along with the canteen manager, arrange for the tables, and make the canteen manager do the necessary arrangements. Do you think I have left out anything?
No, I don't think so. Well then, shall we call it a day? We meet tomorrow morning at sharp 8. We have to do a lot tomorrow. Rest well tonight.
Yeah, Ronald Reagan, we will.
Ronald Reagan? Why did you call Prashant Ronald Reagan?
Because it was Ronald Reagan who said, a president doesn't work, he only delegates. So Prashant Reagan, we are all ready for tomorrow.
Thank you, Mr. Vice President. I'm honored. The Vice President's idea always worked. Perhaps I listen to him more often.
Giving instructions form a very important part of our day-to-day communication. Some of the instances are, while giving instructions to those who are going to take care of your apartment, your garden, or your child when you're away. Getting one of your favorite recipes to be published in your community cookbook. Giving instructions along with the map to tell someone how to get from one place to another. Or giving instructions to those who need to apply for a scholarship or for a passport. These are only some of the instances. Giving instructions can take on the form of directions, orders, commands, or warnings. In English grammar, they are referred to as imperatives. Imperatives take on the form of directions, commands, instructions, warnings, suggestions, and at times even advice. Today, we are going to make you familiar with the different functions of imperatives. Imperatives are often used to give commands.
Take the car and remember to leave at 4 sharp. Don't delay. Priya, tomorrow at 4 p.m. sharp, go to any florist at Secunderabad and pick up a bouquet.
Some of the other examples are: switch off the TV, pay before leaving, don't sit on the grass. When we buy certain products like a washing machine or a computer, we are often warned against doing certain things. At such times, we hear statements like, watch out, don't, run, be careful. Imperatives are also used to give directions. For example, turn left on Main Street. Directions are also typical of recipes and instructions given by the doctor regarding a patient's diet. As in, heat the oven to 450 degrees Celsius. Take these medicines every 2 hours. At times, an advice or a suggestion can take on the form of an imperative, as in the sentence,
Always be in time to your class.
Why don't we have it on the lawn outside the auditorium? It would be very convenient, isn't it?
Imperatives can be positive or affirmative, as in the sentence,
Be here at the auditorium at 9:45 sharp.
Negative imperatives are constructed with do not or don't plus an infinitive.
Don't forget the tables.
Don't do that.
Some of the other examples are don't be late, don't delay. We can make an emphatic imperative with do plus infinitive. This is common with polite requests, complaints, and apologies, as in the following sentences. Do make sure that the tea is ready by 4:30 p.m. Do forgive me. I didn't mean to interrupt. Another important form of the imperative is the let type. This suggests that I or we should do something. For example, let me have a look at your script. Let Priya get the bouquet. So friends, today we had a look at the different forms of the imperative. We hope you found it useful. Till we meet again, goodbye.
Welcome back. Did you notice the fascinating interplay of grammar and communication in the program you just saw? The interplay of grammatical form and communicative function? Did you notice, for instance, that the grammatical form, the imperative, was being used to perform a variety of communicative functions? For instance, the sentence, "do it now," which is an imperative, can be used to give an order, a command, a piece of advice, to make a suggestion, to give an instruction, or to even provide a warning. Do it now or else. Secondly, did you notice the great need for clarity in giving instructions? If you want your communication to succeed as far as directions and instructions are concerned, then it is imperative for the speaker to be absolutely clear in what he is saying. For instance, he should be able to say to a person who doesn't know how to use the telephone, firstly, lift the receiver and listen for the dialing tone. Secondly, dial the number carefully and wait for the ringing tone, and so on. Obviously, if you want communication to succeed, then the speaker will have to be clear in the way he makes his presentation, particularly with reference to giving instructions or giving directions.